Future Ryan here to give you a little preamble, would you say? A little pre-chat before the episode proper. Really just to say, we're sorry, we're so sorry. We've been so busy recently. You might have noticed that the release of the episodes has become a bit intermittent, with like gaps of 2 or 3 weeks between episodes. And it is annoying. It's probably annoying for you. It's definitely annoying for us. And also, we've not put anything on the Patreon for a few weeks. So, here's our plan of action. Here's what we want to do. We're going to take an official mid-season break / mid-series break and build up some episodes and just really sort of get our shit together. We're going to get all of my shit, all of Matt's shit and all of John's shit and mix it all together. That's horrible. That's horrible. We're not going to do that, obviously. That's. I'm sorry about that. And we're going to pause the Patreons, but not before we put on a bunch of new Patreon episodes. So, if in the mid-season slump you're missing us, well, you might not have signed up to the Patreon. There's hours of content on there, and we are going to be adding about an hour and a half's worth of stuff to that to make up for the last few weeks of not releasing episodes. Then we're going to have an official break, and then we'll be back at some point with regular weekly pods as per usual. That's the idea. Now, what is this episode? Well, it's one of our compilation episodes. We've done them before. Just I would say the best sketches, songs and character bits from Series 2, really. But it's all of them, pretty much. So, best and worst, I suppose, in that respect. You can rate them yourselves, just don't tell us. I mean, tell us your favourites. Don't tell us your least favourites. Don't want to hear it. And to start off, there's a bit of repetition here because we're going to open this compilation, just to give you some context, with the entire Kirsty versus Sharon versus Faye, with Kirsty's boyfriend Kieron caught in the middle of it all. We're going to put the whole saga out there. But the trouble is that saga started before Christmas. So the first song that you're going to hear, which is from Matt's cousin Kirsty, is actually from Series 1 and did feature in the previous compilation. But it feels like it's a worthwhile, what's the word? Previously on Serial. What's it called? Previously on, what do you call it? Like a catch-up, recap. It's worth putting that recap in there, just to give you the context. So that particular piece of comedy will have featured in the previous compilation ep. But, you know, it seemed needed when I was putting this episode together. So that's what you're going to hear now. It's Matt's cousin Kirsty singing a song about her acquaintance, let's say, Sharon. And yeah, hope you enjoy this. It's a bumper compilation. And we'll be back before you know it. Time just flies by, doesn't it? Remember when, I don't know, the Millennium Dome opened? That was 21 years ago. I went there. I got a badge. It said, "Been there, dome that." I forgot what my point was about that. Just that was a long time ago. It doesn't seem that long ago. So probably we'll be back. It'll be quick. And you'll think, oh yeah, that didn't seem like they were gone for very long. That's what I'm getting at. Oh my God. I've said too much. Here's the episode. Here's Kirsty. I'm sorry about all this. Bye.
I just can't wait for New Year, to be fair. Officially, New Year, new me. Sick of all this shit. It's just live, laugh, love from now on. It's just live, laugh, love from now on. It's just live, laugh, love from now on. Sending kisses, but Sharon pisses. It's just live, laugh, love from now on. It's just live, laugh, love from now on. It's just live, laugh, love from now on. Just me and the kids from now on. How she bought her youngest new PS5. I've never seen that snake work a day in her life. She thinks she's winning, thinks she's adders. Only game she's playing, snakes and ladders. Never really see a fella either. Love of her life, who she met in Ibiza. Seen him on Facebook though with that bird Sanita. He's breaking promises like rocks on Ravita. It's just live, laugh, love from now on. That's right. It's just live, laugh, love from now on.
Just sick of it.
It's just live, laugh, love from now on. Sending kisses, but Sharon disses. It's just live, laugh, love from now on.
Water off a duck's back.
It's just live, laugh, love from now on.
I'm not bothered.
It's just live, laugh, love from now on. Just me and the kids from now on. I just feel sorry for kids this Christmas. Sat there eating takeaway, thinking Santa missed us. I'm sat at home rapping, giving my fingers blisters. Sharon spreading rumours, Chinese whispers. Faye told me what you put on Facebook. My kids don't have nits and they don't eat milk. Grab a mirror, love, and just take a look. See that unibrow, please give it a pluck. It's just live, laugh, love from now on.
It is.
It's just live, laugh, love from now on.
New year, new me.
It's just live, laugh, love from now on. Sending kisses, but Sharon disses.
Snake.
It's just live, laugh, love from now on. It's just live, laugh, love from
I'm
now
not
on.
getting involved.
It's just live, laugh, love from now on. Just me and the kids from now on.
And that's it.
New year, new me. I'm leaving everything behind. And it is just me and the kids. Merry Christmas. I'm sending hugs. And I'll DM you, love. Mwah.
So this is what Sharon said to Kirsty.
Kirsty, let me just start by saying, yeah, we had an absolutely lovely Christmas, absolutely lovely, and then we're spoilt rotten. A lot of them were, right? And I trust our fella and all, yeah. I trust him, love. That bird's just a word from work, yeah? And that's what you can't deal with, trust. Well, trust me, if I hear you saying, oh, I'm Kurt, or I'm Mackenzie, or I'm Nath, I'm gonna come and batter you, love. Name mine, Facebook. And I didn't even put about Facebook about your kids are out. My phone got nicked. Started texting blokes and all. So, fuck what Faye says, yeah? Anyway, no year, no me, love. I'm over this. Live, laugh, love, yeah, from now on.
So there we go.
Well, she
and then
wasn't happy about that, was she?
She wasn't happy at all, was she? And I don't know if you heard, she mentioned Faye there at the end, someone called Faye. Faye is obviously your cousin Kirsty's friend. And am I right in saying that Faye is actually your cousin, John?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, funny enough. And basically, Faye, your cousin John, has been in touch and sent us this recording in response to Sharon's recording. So Sharon's recording was in response to Kirsty's, and this is Faye's in response to Sharon's.
This is getting out of control.
It's getting out of control. But
mad.
Do you want to hear what Faye had to say
It's
about
all going
this?
through us as well. I feel like we're responsible. Yeah,
I know,
I'd love to hear it, yeah.
I know, but we have to play it, you know. We get sent the letter or the audio. We have to play it. That's how it works.
Yeah.
Legally,
right.
legally have to.
Legally. Okay, so here's what Faye had to say to Sharon.
Hi lads, it's Faye here. I just want to give a shout out to my sister from another, Mr. Kirsty. Listen, we're both not getting involved this year, we're above it, but honestly, I just need to set the record straight on She Who Must Not Be Named. Bragging every week about the fella that she's just got. She's the reason Handworth is an STD hotspot. Bought a PS5, but she ain't never even had a job. She robbed her mum's gold and took it to a pawn shop. Her ego's left her with an undeserved big head, posting that her boyfriend looks a bit like Nick Clegg.
Why's that good?
On Facebook, she's a victim, cries her rise out on the reg. The only lump in her throat comes from swallowing those eggs.
Snake.
Like I say, lads, I'm not getting involved. Honestly, she can do what she wants. It's 2021 and all that. But if someone were to ask me my honest opinion, two-faced snake with fake friends and she's just a little hypocrite. Evil, conniving and lying. Everybody's sick of it. When this venomous enemy of mine has been spreading shit, I'm found on higher ground. I'm proud to say I'm not involved in it. It's refreshing to just stay out of it, to be honest. But if she does or says anything on social media about me or Kirst, I will come down on her like a ton of bricks, honestly. And that's all I'm going to say on the matter. I couldn't care less. All right, see you, lads.
Good that she's staying out of it, though, isn't it?
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's being the bigger woman there and staying out of it, I think.
Yeah. But
Fair
good to
play
hear
to
from
her.
her. And maybe we'll hear more. I don't know.
I mean, I'm tempted to start some kind of bloody show, some kind of Maury, some kind of Montel Williams show feature.
Maybe we could have a court case. We've not had one of them in a while.
Have they broken a rule? Committed a crime? Should we send them to jail? Or give them a fine? Do they have guilt? writ all over their face. Only one way to find out. Have a court case. Have a court case. Have a court case. Have a court case.
I'm Judge Fred Trueman, and welcome to me court. And weren't that last court case somewhat specially? Sarah Simpson from Sidcup served a sentence of 7 solitary years secured in Sheffield City Slammer. Sarah was seized by 6 sergeants who saw her selling sirloin steaks stolen straight from supermarket shelves on Sly. Silly sod. Now, on to the next case. And it's our Kirsty versus our Sharon, in case of is Sharon spreading lies about shagging Kirsty's boyfriend Kieron. Now, Kirsty, do you have representation?
No, it's just me and the kids from now on, Judge Trueman. So I'm going to be representing myself.
All right. Well, in that case, it's unorthodox, but for prosecution, it's our Kirsty.
Well, I'm not getting involved, but before I don't get involved, I just want to say this. Right, Sharon, slither to the stand. Take a look at Kieron, this is my man. He don't go for snakes and aren't you a gran? Your Stacey had a baby, let me get unplanned.
Fuck off, Kirsty. You can hardly talk. And since I've been seeing Kieron, I can hardly walk. I heard he's a gardener, well I can vouch for that. I let him do me front garden and me back.
Oh, piss off, Sharon. You're so full of shit. And I've brought you in the cut a lot to admit it.
He's a cheat, Kirsty. Don't believe me still. Why's he buying Johnny's from Savers? Aren't you on the pill?
He goes to Savers for discount washing powder. Likes to keep our clothes clean, couldn't be any prouder. Your kids are unclean, but could they be any louder?
Eating sweets, racing around like Mickey Lauder. Like I said though, I'm just not getting involved. I just wanted to come here today to court in front of Judge Trueman and for everybody to see how much shit comes out of that snake Sharon's mouth. Thank you, Judge Trueman.
Thank you, Kirsty. And now we're going to hear from fella himself. It's our Kieron. The man in the middle.
Oh my gosh. This is thrilling.
It's nice for us, isn't it? Because we're just getting to sort of sit back for a bit and just watch this unfold.
It's weird watching.
Yeah. So this is Kieron.
I don't even know, like, why I'm even here. It's like, I don't even want to get involved with this, but here we are. Don't even, like, fancy this bird Sharon a bell, even, like, know her. There's no way I'd ever go near that twat. She looks like a female postman Pat, but she ain't got a job or a black and white cat, and her breath fucking stinks from all shit she chats. Now let me explain all these lies she said, and you will see, never went near her bed. As if I'd go near her, it's such bullshit. She looks like if Wallace fucked Gromit. You said I did your garden, front and back, but you've only got that little shitty concrete patch. What am I supposed to have done to that? There's no to garden, there ain't no grass. And yeah, I bought Johnny's on that right hot day, but that were 'cause kids wanted to play. They were to use as water bombs, not for all bad. I weren't cheating on me, missus, I were being a good dad. Listen, Monday, we have sausage and chips. Tuesday, we have pizza. Wednesday, we have steak and chips. Thursday, we have hot dogs. Friday, we have fish and chips. Saturday, we have Chinese. Sunday, we have Sunday roast at a mum's. Right nice. Why would I want to give all this away just for a night with that lying snake? I've hit the jackpot, I'm living the dream. Why would I go and shag Mrs. Bean? We go way back, me and Kirst. That's the thing. This is gonna get deep now, so deep. This is gonna get deep. Get ready. Listen. Ever since I saw you back in the day, in science with Mr. Galbraith, I were making out me Bunsen burner a bong when you leaned forward and I saw your thong. It were halfway up your back for all to see, and that's when I knew she's the girl for me. I wanted to touch your boobs and your letters, and the rest was history with Mr. Beddis. Listen, Monday, we have sausage and chips. Tuesday, we have pizza. Wednesday, we have steak and chips. Thursday, we have hot dogs. Friday, we have fish and chips. Saturday, we have Chinese. Sunday, we have Sunday roast at a mum's. Right nice. Right nice. I'm just living dream, you see, Kirst. I've got a perfect life with you. Stuffing. Why would I want to give that up? Roast potatoes. For this so-called Sharon. I don't even barely know her. I've seen her on Facebook and about and that, and I've not shagged Sharon, just like I didn't shag Debbie, just like I didn't shag Julie, just like I didn't shag Claire. Alright?
Well, thank you for that, Kieron. I must say this case is a lot more musical than I expected, but I am enjoying it, I can't deny that. Now, unexpectedly for defence, it's our Kirsty's bestie, our Faye.
No one told me she was going to be here.
Oh my God, this is amazing. Your Honour, if I could just have the attention of the courts, I just want to go on record saying I'm not getting involved, but Kirsty, you're my best friend, and the last thing I want is for you to end up getting hurt by Kieron or Sharon. We all know Sharon, a snake in leggings, a nasty piece of work who wants to kick my head in. Last week I was in our Shane's room, looking on his telescope to see the moon. I glanced down the street to number 32, and there I saw Kieron and you know who. Yeah, Sharon's house, Kieron upstairs, no shirt on. I only saw it by accident, but I couldn't look away, his arse going up and down, making me retch. In fact, I feel sick now. 10 minutes later, Kieron's left over the garden fence, and I'm the only witness, but got no evidence. Next day he's back, but I'm ready for him this time. I got a telephoto lens off Amazon Prime. I didn't catch him having sex, but he's got no shirt on, and you can tell it's Sharon's house by the brown net curtains. And I will go on record saying that is Kieron, that is Sharon's house, and that is bloody proof. Do a polygraph, I don't care, right? Honestly, I'm not involved. They're poison, Kirsty, they make me sick. Sharon just wants to hurt you, and Kieron's thick. She's lured him in. I mean, it's plain to see, like that snake in the Jungle Book singing, trust in me, just in me. But Kirsty, my love, I do love you. It's not your fault you fell in love with the shit man who's getting swallowed by a snake whenever he can. Life's short, so don't settle with the wrong one. And Your Honour, whatever Sharon said about me is a lie. She speaks with a forked tongue.
Oh.
Ouch. Wow. These reptilic phrases being tossed around.
Thank you for that, Faye. Very compelling evidence there. Now, Kirsty, do you have out to add a final statement or aught like that?
Thank you, Judge Trueman. I don't usually air me shit, but I have got a few extra things I would like to say now. Thank you.
Sorry, Faye. I mean, we used to be mates, but I think there's a few home truths that, well, I think you just need to hear it.
Oh, hey, Faye, two-faced, Faye's sake, always upset because she never gets it her way. Hear that? Kieron's living the dream. You're an irritable someone pass her the thrush cream. I'm looking in your kitchen and I can see scales, but you're not weighing flour, you're a snake, you failed. You what about a telescope? Are you a boffin? New year, new me, I swore this on my nana's coffin. How could you recognise that Kieron's backside? You're so full of lies and don't even try and deny it, Faye, cause of that I despise. Kieron's one hell of a fella and I've fallen head over heels. You've had more dick than David Dickinson's real deal. Do you remember Mr. Dripper's music class? I bent over, songwriting my ass, giving Kieron a semi-on without fail. You bent over, Moby Dick, whale tail. You spread rumours like Trueman, stir shit like treatment sewers. Turn me and Sharon against each other, how could you do that to us? All three of us were the best of friends, look what happened to us. We were Sex in the Steel City before we lost the buzz. I'm still Carrie Bradshaw though, and Kieron's Mr. Big. And from now on it's just me, him and the kids. It's new year, new me, live, laugh, love. I'll leave this to the jury, cause I've had enough.
Oh, man.
Yikes. I mean, I'm not sure if Kirsty's holding a mic, but I feel like she would have dropped it.
Seemed like
right
it,
then,
didn't it?
after that.
So I suppose, yeah. So Fred's just got a final thing to say, actually.
Okay, brilliant.
Well, that's right. It's up to their lot, jury, to decide. Is our Sharon telling porkies, or did she in fact shag Kieron? This court's adjourned.
This summer, 2 best buds have the hangover from hell.
Dude, I feel like my head's being run over by a dump truck.
What the hell did we do last night?
Now, they've lost their favorite fish.
I love that fish.
This sucks more than anything has ever sucked in the history of things sucking.
And to find their aquatic acquaintance, they have to relive the wildest night of their lives. And find out what they did.
We got high.
Who they did.
Mom? Ew!
And why they did it. Before their night catches up with them.
Aren't you those 2 bozos from last night? The assholes with the fish.
You know what we did with the fish, officer?
You don't remember? Maybe this'll refresh your memory. Hook 'em, book 'em, and cook 'em. Now.
A high-stakes fish out of water laugh riot sure to make a splash this summer.
What was that called, Ryan?
That was called Dude, Where's My Carp?
That does.
That does sound good.
Good. Hello and welcome back to us.
Hey, welcome back to
Hey.
us, aka US, aka USA, aka
I like
Americans.
that. That is very quick. I'm Maddie, and we have over here Ryanie.
Hey, I'm Rainy.
And of course, Johnny.
Hey, I'm Johnny.
Hey, guys.
What's on today's menu today, Johnny?
Well, today we have been sent by our British compatriots. We have been sent these little things you can see in these foil wrappers. They're incredible. They're called Tannock's tea cakes.
Tannock milk chocolate Merlot.
Yeah.
And it comes in this kind of aluminum cloth. It almost looks war-like. I see like kind of like a war, like a small kind of landmine.
Yeah.
Something like that. I can really picture seeing that in a war.
If this is still how they're packaging these, though, they need to really improve their graphic design, bring it into the 20th century. You know, it's not wartime anymore.
Exactly, Ryanie. I mean, I'm presuming you're going to open these little aluminum jackets.
Yeah, of course. You got to take that.
I'm just gonna.
Let's just unwrap those there. Wow.
Okay. Wow.
Immediately, we see that it's chocolate, or I hope it's chocolate. You never know with these crazy British guys in their snacks. It could be shit.
It could. We have been sent all kinds of shit in the past.
But this smells like chocolate. This smells good.
Yeah, really
smells
does.
like chocolate. Looks like chocolate.
Good.
It's kind of, just to explain to the listener here, it's like a little dome, like a little. What's the shape of that, Johnny?
I would say it would be like, if you were a British listener, it would be like the top of St. Paul's Cathedral.
Okay. It's funny because with the aluminum foil on, I assumed that it was going to be quite a hard exterior.
Yeah.
But just touching the top a little now, and it's a little squidgy.
Oh, my finger's gone right through.
You've penetrated?
I've pierced the top. I've penetrated the top, and it's soft inside. And it's kind of mushy inside. I don't know if it's gone bad. I don't know what this is.
But that's white in there. It's
white.
Pure white.
It looks... Yeah, I know what you mean, Ryan. I'm breaking at the edge. It kind of looks like shaving foam. Are they pranking us here? Are the English guys pranking at is that shaving
Well,
foam?
what's the date today? Is it April Fool's Day? I don't know.
I'm going for this. I'm just going to go put this right in here.
Okay, let's have a bite.
What the fuck? Oh, it's like shaving foam, but with a real hard bottom.
Are they trying to make s'mores? Have they just got the recipe wrong for s'mores?
Perhaps they've got the recipe wrong.
You'll have to forgive me. I got a lot of foam up in my throat.
Yeah.
It's like I'm eating bathroom.
Like a bath bomb. It's like a bath bomb.
Like a bath bomb.
Maybe
Like a
that's
bath-
what
yeah.
they've sent us, guys. Did they send us bath bombs?
I feel like they might have sent us bath bombs.
I feel like
my
it's so thick.
goodness.
It's so thick. I'm struggling to swallow this. It's clogging up my throat.
Yeah.
It's sticky. It's kind of hanging out of the throat there.
Yeah. It won't go
Yeah.
down. It won't go
It
down.
doesn't want to go. It does not want to go.
Now, I'm interested in why they call them tea cakes. Are we looking? Is what element of this is tea? Is the base hardened tea leaves? It sure tastes a little.
Well, you know what the Brits are like with their tea, John?
Yeah.
I mean, they'll have tea cakes. They'll have tea baths.
Yeah,
They'll have tea and
exactly.
toast. I mean, what is
Yeah.
that? Tea and toast?
That's true.
How do you serve that? You put the toast in the...
I know,
cup?
right? I
You
know.
know?
Or do you just spread the tea leaves on the toast?
Well, I got to say, I mean, don't get me wrong. The foil here, I'm actually way more excited. Now I've gotten through the chore of eating that bath bomb, shaving foam shit. I'm left with this kind of lovely steel handkerchief, which
Yeah.
I feel like you could use in all kinds of situations. I don't know, I don't know what kind of situation
It would
you
work
need
to
it for.
protect your brain from all those signals that
Yeah.
are coming in. You know,
Protect
you could,
great
if
from
you're
the
out of
5G. I like
for the
it, man.
5G, you could protect your mind with this.
You could perhaps put a bunch of those together over a helmet. And
Exactly,
yeah.
Jack. You could create a nice helmet out of these, and that will stop those signals coming in and those harmful 5G signals. May I just question one more thing? Because you questioned the tea element, but where's the cake? It's called the tea cake. I don't see a cake inside. I see a
no, you're
hand
right.
biscuit base that's tastes stale. I see a mushy,
You're
soft,
right.
thick, gloopy innard that's nothing like any cake I've ever seen in my life. And then a had, in fairness, quite
You know
nice
what,
chocolate
Ray?
exterior.
I think it's like a Halloween cake, or it's a cake for monsters, so horrible people, have these kind of spooky cakes. That you take
It's
a
a
slice
cake
and you're
for
like, oh,
evil
I'd love
men.
a slice of this chocolate cake. And then you put your knife in there and all of a sudden shaving foam's coming out.
It's what they give to terrorists in Guantanamo Bay.
Well, listen, I'm gonna give my score. I mean, I think the pure utter confusion of these things. Is it a bath bomb? Am I meant to shave my face with this thing? Am I meant to put it in my ass? Am I meant to put it in my mouth or put it up my ass? I'm not even sure. I like the tin. That's literally the best part of this, the little tin sheet. But apart from that, I just don't know where these will come into my life. So I'm going to give this a 2 out of 10.
Okay.
Hey, I got to
Brian.
say, although I hate it, although I absolutely hate everything about it, the texture of it, the shape of it, the color of it, the feeling it gives me and my soul, I can't deny I want to eat another one. I can't deny I want to eat the whole pack right now at speed. What is that? And that's freaking me out. So I am, for that reason, giving it 2.5 and a half.
That's a fair score.
I want to look into this. I want to try some different uses. One thing I want to try is I'm going to take my razor, I'm going to crack that top chocolate lid. I'm going to dip into that using it as shaving foam. And then after that, I clear it off. I've got the cookie or biscuit, as they call it.
Yeah.
And maybe do something with that. I'm not sure. Maybe if I've got a sanding project or...
You could use it as a coaster for your coffee
I
cups.
could use it on a coaster. Maybe that's it. It's morning time. You break into it. You get the shaving foam, and then you've got the coaster for your coffee cup.
It's breakfast for the Brits.
You're only supposed to eat the chocolate.
Yeah.
You're only supposed to eat the chocolate. You lick the chocolate off, then you got the foam for your beard, then you got the coaster for your tea. That makes sense.
And then you're meant
what
to
it
wipe,
is.
and then you're more before you shower. When you're morning shit, you wipe with your tinfoil
With your tinfoil.
sheets that's provided.
Bingo. We got it.
Okay, I got it. I give it a 3
All right.
out of 10.
It's 3.5 from me now.
Now we've worked it out.
Yeah.
That makes sense now.
I'm gonna give it a 1.5 because I think it's ambiguous, and I like clarity in my instructions.
That is
So-
new. And now everything but anything is sticking to my damn fingertips. So, well, thank you, you crazy Brits, for sending more of your breakfast-style to-do list dessert. I don't even know what it is, but I'll be using it to shave sticky face, and then wipe my ass on the foil. Thank you so much. I've been Maddie.
I'm Johnny.
And hey, I've been Rainy.
Toodle pip.
Oh, toodle pip.
See ya.
Ta-ra now.
Ta-ra now. Yeah. Yeah.
But Bagheera, you said we would search for ants and prickly pears. Why do we have to look for bacteria?
Now, come, Mowgli. These are important bacteria that could cause you a nasty infection.
Don't be such a square, Bagheera. Listen, kid, it's like this.
You don't want it right behind the knees, elbows, toes, or fannies. Certain variations take your life. Keep your skin dry and use this cream, and please just keep your genitals clean, and you will be bacteria-free for life.
What was that called, Matt?
That was called the Fungal Book.
That does sound good.
Easter, we eat chocolate eggs, 'cause Jesus came back from the dead. He broke out of his coffin, crawled up through the mud, and he said, I've turned water to wine, and I've multiplied fishes and bread. I gave blind men their sight back and cured a boy's paralyzed legs. But I've got one miracle left. So I've come back from the dead to turn horrible eggs into delicious chocolate instead. And this rabbit I'm friends with will hide them under your bed, and all over your home, and all around your garden and shed. Then he put on a bonnet and danced with some bells on his legs. And 40 days later he shot himself dead in the head. Now Jesus could finally rest. And these days we all say, after Christmas and birthdays and Halloween and Pancake Day, after Paddy's Day, bonfire night and Hogmanay, after Shark Day and May Day and Fridays and Throwback Thursdays, that Easter is our favorite day.
Now, Mr. Meehan, outside this prison, you're a very successful Instagram influencer. I need your help to make this prison go viral on the internet.
I just want to keep my head down and do my time.
I'm the governor of this prison. You'll do what I say. Now, I can make your life in here very easy. Television, books, PlayStation, or I can make your life very, very fucking hard. Understand? Now, do we have a deal?
Okay, here's what you got to do. First, download the distracted boyfriend image.
The what?
post Sean Bean saying one does not simply escape from host Homer Simpson reversing into a bush. Grumpy Cat. Willy Wonka looking condescending. Tell me again. Grumpy Cat. The food is in here. Keanu Reeves looking sad on a bench. Looking confused. And hit them with a Michael Jackson eating popcorn in the Thriller video. Grumpy Cat.
Wow. At Real HM Longmarsh Prison. 1 million followers. Blue tick and everything.
Nah. Nah. About that PlayStation.
Ryan, that sounded like a interesting film.
I love a good prison film. What was it called?
That was called Meme Machine.
That does sound good.
Welcome back to Yorkshire Sports. A word that a cracking game of Bother the Badger. Bradford-born, big, bald but beautifully bearded Barry Biggs bothered that badger brilliantly. And boundlessly, but blatantly not benevolently. Oh boy. Barry were a bona fide bad bastard to badger. Barry bought a big brown box, brimming, bursting, with broken bottles, blind bats, babby birds and berserk baboons. Barry beguiled Badger into the box and bound it with big bands and belts. Badger's bloody bothered blatantly. Brutal for Badger, but bliss for big bald bearded Bazzer. Bad luck to Brady Billy Bunsen. The Bonnie Boys Badger bothering were bungled and botched. But Billy's Badger's bleeding blessed. Now, on to the next sport, in its grand final at pie making. An absolute classic, and all is a cracking spectacle. And we're joining them in final session, as pies are about to be removed from the oven. Our first player is 67-year-old Judy Cocklebread. And yes, you'll recognise the name, as Judy comes from a long line of pie-making cocklebread champions. Indeed, the name Cocklebread has become synonymous with pie making. You can't hear the name Cocklebread without thinking pie. However, at 67, Judy's part of the young generation of cocklebreads. Can she follow in the footsteps of her family and add yet another cocklebread to Golden Pie that the champion will be awarded later today? Now, I can see just from looking at her that she has that trademark cocklebread thick, leathery skin, almost reptilian, like a fancy handbag or a workman's boot. That comes from the 6 months of the year spent at the Cocklebread Filler out in Benidorm, when tanning particular attention is paid to fingertips. They're oiled up and left for hours in direct sunlight, all in preparation for this. For you see, the Cocklebreads refuse to use other gloves. Next up, we have 54-year-old Roddy Thimble, or Roddy the Hat Thimble as he's known, so called because of his famous pork pie hat. A large top hat he carries everywhere, full to brim with pork pies, for him to snack on. He can't get enough pies. Roddy famously eats every pie he makes. He will not share, so don't even ask. Now, you must bear in mind, these competition pies weigh 200 pounds apiece. That's the weight of a large mountain goat or small warthog. And the amount of pie-making practice he puts in means, as well as being a pie-making champion in making, he also holds the Guinness World Record for cholesterol level and body mass. That's right. Roddy, in fact, has the largest mass of any living human. You might find that surprising, but then Black is very slimming. And all that purely from pies. Such is his dedication to the art. In fact, it looks like, yes, he's just snacking on a cheeky pork pie from his hat as I speak. Well, looks like they're about to start now, so I'll hand you over to the commentators, Rodney Bingham and Trevor Stainrod.
Thank you, Fred. Good afternoon. I'm Rodney Bingham, joined by Trevor Stainrod. Today we come to you from Halifax, and we're in the midst of this year's pie making. Big day, Trev.
Oh, the biggest. One of my favourite days of the year, of course. Pies. Very big, very heavy, and full of fat.
Like a camel's hump. And speaking of weight, we're watching the heavyweights today. That's pies weighing a minimum of 200 imperial pounds. That's about 90 kilograms to any soppy sods listening.
Quite literally man-sized pies. Well, today we have 2 pie making heavyweights, Judy Cocklebread and Roddy Thimble.
Judy, of course, will all remember for last year when she made her famous or infamous Yorkshire sushi pie.
Oh, yes. Lovely looking pie that was. If you missed it last year, it was a cold pie, short crust lid with a large container of water filled with live perch. And you cut into the pie, take out a perch, whack it of at noggin with a mallet and swallow it all.
Big surprise for the judges, that, but they loved it. And of course we have Roddy here, looking confident, I must say. He struggled last year with his traditional steak and ale pie, but I said it then, and I'll say it now. Puff pastry don't belong on a pie.
No.
The heat and the yeast from the ale, not to mention the expanding offal, meant it got so big he didn't so much have a pie as he had a wobbly meat balloon.
He did, and the judge who cut into it will actually never see again.
Well, as you can see, these 2 contestants are eagerly watching their industrial-sized ovens. These are very big pies, remember.
Yes, to put it in perspective, these pies will be about the size of a crouching horse.
First pie to be removed, please. First pie to be removed.
And Roddy's in to look first, and he's winching out that pie onto the floor. No tables used now since the final in 63 when the table collapsed and the subsequent spill.
Of course, it's a lovely plaque they've put up in memory of those scouts who tragically drowned in that wave of chicken and leek filling. And this pie today looks to be as scalding hot as that one was, a real beauty. Oh, and the umpire's cutting in now and inspecting the slice.
And Roddy's called this pie Salt of the Earth. And what he's done is he's created a glacial snowscape inside the pie from predominantly salt. And as you cut through the pie, you'll hopefully see a slice of glacier below that rich treacle which represents an oil deposit deep in the earth. Roddy says it's an homage to the glory of fossil fuels. And it does look wonderful. The umpire's impressed by that. Now to taste. Really nice that.
Lovely stuff. He must be pleased. Now on to Judy. She's done a pie she calls beaten blue and black. She says the beaten element is the eggs into a meringue. The blue element is blueberries. And the black element is coal.
And the judge seems to like it. It does have a lovely look to it. Although, seems to be caught in his throat a bit. Oh, he's collapsed there. And if you hospitalise the umpire, your opponent wins. That's a big win for Roddy Thimble.
It's like they say in pie making, if the umpire dies, it's the luck of the pies.
He does look pleased. And as the St John's ambulance lads do their stuff, it's nice to see both competitors having a slice of each other's work. But Roddy will lift that golden pie.
Absolutely. And that's back to you, Fred. Tarquin has rolled a generous 4-inch Jamaican-style spliff, packed with a mixture of finest Kush marijuana and drum tobacco. Let's see what Paul and Prue think.
It looks very good. Let's see how it smokes. Very smooth bit of biff to that. It's got a kick. What do you think, Prue?
Oh dear, I'm high as a kite already. Absolutely off my trolley. Well done.
Are you pleased, Tarquin? I'm jolly pleased, yes. I've done this for Queen and Country. Mommy, Daddy and Nanny Bobkin will be just thrilled. Sorry, does anyone happen to have any cake? I've got the munchies like you wouldn't believe.
Oh, okay. And what was that called, Ryan?
That was called the Great British Baked Toff.
Oh, really? That does sound good.
It was good. It was interesting.
Yeah, listen, as long as this Euro tournament's on, Casino Paul will be available. Yeah, let's have it fucking right. Don't go anyone else. come to me for all of your fucking drugs.
You're off to watch the footy, you're gonna need a live now. Come and see me, I've got 2 lines lined up for ya. Only the first is free, I'm not gonna lie to ya. But don't you worry, cause you'll be flying like a meteor. Come on, England, you can score from me.
Yeah, you can score from me, mate. Yeah, you get a number from a mate.
Come on, England, you can score from me.
Oh, yeah. No, I know him. Yeah, I met him in the pub. Yeah, come round.
Send your mates round, I've got some ketamine. Unlike Pickford, I will let 'em in. One bump of this will send you Trippier. 40 quid sterling, don't cane it, trust me. Come on, England, you can score from me.
Yeah, I know you're watching a game, but I'm in a fucking car park.
Come on, England, you can score from me.
Oh, yeah, mate, I'll just wait around till half time, you silly mug.
You can call me Jeremy, cause I got the top gear. Highest of the highest highs, lowest of the Sunday fears. You can watch England go all the fucking way. Still day drink and stay a fucking way. Come on, England, you can score from me.
Yeah, rumour has it he's coming home, actually, yeah.
Come on, England, you can score from me.
Well, I hope it does, really. We can have a big fucking rave.
Don't worry about the come down, I got your back. More about my weed and less about my gag. I got the Afghan, Hindu, green and purple kush. Here's my marijuana menu, have a browse, no rush. Come on, England, you can score from me.
Yeah, I want to put a pony on North Macedonia to win, yeah.
Come on, England, you can score from me.
No, I mean the whole tournament, mate.
The strangest thing just happened. I went to the bakery for my morning loaf, and the shelves were completely empty. There was blood everywhere.
Shut up! I'm trying to watch the news. Have you seen this? Look!
Reports have been coming in since the early hours of the morning of paninis, baguettes, pita, naan, and other similar foods becoming sentient and attacking members of the public, seemingly at random. More to follow.
Oh no.
Crazy, right?
No, Tommy. Your sandwich, it's...
What?
It's... No, it's alive. It's eating him. I bet it's gonna eat me. Oh my God.
Somebody run, cause I'm gonna
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Powerful stuff.
What? I'd love to actually watch that at some point, Ryan. What was it called?
Yeah.
That was called Night of the Living Bread.
Oh, that sound good.
Hello and welcome back. I'm Maddie.
I'm Johnny.
And hey, I'm Rainy.
And today our crazy British friends from across the oceans have sent us... I mean, this is kind of weird, okay? So, I mean, we get eggs in this country. Sure. Boiled eggs. We tried Scotch eggs not so long back. Now, they sent us something called mini eggs.
Mini eggs or mini? Mini eggs?
I think it's mini eggs.
Sure.
Mini eggs. Mini eggs?
Small egg.
They're tiny little eggs.
Sure.
In a bag.
Like
bag. Hard boiled?
Yeah.
John, what is this crazy British tradition with tiny little eggs?
I think it's actually quail eggs. You know, but maybe even smaller. I know on the show, those crazy British guys were talking about woodpecker eggs.
Sure.
So maybe it's those. They're so colorful as well, right?
It's speckled. What I am worried about is, are these eggs live? As in, are they going to hatch any second now? Are they had boiled? I mean...
Yeah, do we need to fry these up? Do we need to crack these into a pan? Do we need to make an omelet out of these? Do we need to scramble them?
My understanding,
Do we eat them raw?
My understanding is that the the eggs have actually been filled with chocolate. So what they've done is, while there was a live creature in there, they've actually filled that with chocolate. So you've got kind of a, I believe this is what I imagine is happening in here. There's a kind of chocolatey, yolky nightmare in there.
So inside it's a chocolate mixed with what was the fetus of a small, very small bird.
I don't know about the sound of this, guys. It sounds a little like sciencey, like something from Jurassic Park.
I'm just speculating, you know?
Okay, so they're very small. Do we have to crack them open then? Do we have to kind of crack into them?
I'm going to open the bag. I'm not actually in the bag yet. I'm going to put a little in my hand and see what the situation.
I'm going to try
very colorful.
I'm just going to try and crack one here.
Oh, okay,
It doesn't really want to crack.
It doesn't crack.
How are you supposed to get into the chocolate then in this case?
Well, the shell is cracking a little. I just want to I'm just putting my tongue on the shell.
Oh, I didn't. You don't eat the shell.
Well, that's but it's very sweet, Ryan. It's very sweet shell here.
Really?
Perhaps they've kind of petrified it in a sugar syrup, you know, kind of.
I'm petrified by this.
Or maybe they've fed the tiny little bird.
Oh my God.
Sugar cubes.
Oh my God, that's what it is.
For all its life.
Oh my God, that is so
And it lays
amazing.
sweet little eggs.
It's a tiny little woodpecker that's lived on only sugar, and it's laid an egg, and the egg is sugar flavored, and then they milled the egg with chocolate.
Yeah. It's lucky these woodpeckers don't have human teeth.
Is.
With all that sugar. Okay. I'm just gonna throw it right in here.
What? You put in the shell? Oh. Be careful, Maddie.
No, I'm eating the shell. And the shell is crunchy. It's hard.
It's a shell.
It's a shell.
Oh my God, I cut my gum. Oh, that candy.
But it has a lovely rich chocolate inside, Ryan.
I'm okay. You've put yours in the mouth. You've chewed up the shell of an egg. You're like some kind of circus freak right now. You're like these guys who eat glass. You're like these guys who put a nail up their schnoz. You're like these guys who walk on fire. You're eating an eggshell. That's weird.
Rain, I can't agree with you more. It is like eating a piece of glass.
I gotta say,
this is cutting my mouth.
I don't know what to do with this. It tastes. I'm licking it. It tastes sweet. Are you telling me I put this in my mouth and I'm going to chew it? It's going to be okay?
Take the leap of faith, Rainey, and get it in your mouth.
Okay. Okay, well, here goes nothing.
Here goes.
Pop it in your gob, as they say.
Okay, it's in my mouth. It's hard. It's hard.
It is hard. It feels hard on the tongue, but I swear to God, Rainey, as soon as you start heating that egg up.
You think I should chew into it? You think I should bite into it?
You should bite down. That's it.
That makes a sharp egg in my mouth. I think my tongue's bleeding. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh wow.
What do you think, Rainey?
I got to the chocolate. The chocolate's delicious.
But
it's covered in shards of eggshell.
My God.
The eggshell's sweet. I'll give it that.
Maybe. Maybe we need to de-shell these things before putting them in the gob.
I think we have to.
But they're covered in sugar. Surely that's Stillbrook.
Guys, I'm gonna blow your mind here because I'm gonna say that I actually really enjoy the crunchy, crispy, hard texture of these little mini eggs. I've had a great time.
Wow.
And I, for one, I'm going to go to the pet shop tomorrow, and I'm going to get myself a sugar cube eating tiny bird. And I'm going to have these tiny little eggs for breakfast every goddamn morning.
What kind of score are you going to give it, Maddie?
You know what? I'm going to give these mini eggs an 8 out of 10.
Whoa.
Wow. Well, I mean, it scared me. I found it sharp.
Yeah.
I think my mouth is bleeding.
Right?
Yeah. But the chocolate was delicious, so I'm going to give it an 8.5 and a half.
Ooh.
Oh, my God.
Johnny?
I'm going to have to go see my orthodontist after this.
because my mouth is in pieces.
Does he own sweet birds?
No, but
does he own Candy Crows?
I'm gonna have to say, I
Has he got a couple of sugared starlings up in there?
I found the chocolate fine, but what am I doing getting into that? I'm busting my teeth open here. I can't have that. Not with my brittle mouth. I'm giving it. Actually, I think that even if you had a perfectly good working mouth, you would find that this was devastating to eat. And I'm giving it 0.5 because it's chocolate.
Wow. That is the lowest of the low I've ever heard.
You really don't like mini eggs, right, Johnny?
That's right.
Okay. Well, thank you so much to our British friends, and thank you for your tiny little eggs. And that is a ta-ra from me, Maddie.
Ta-ra from me, Rainy.
See you from Johnny.
Toodle pips.
Toodle pip.
Okay, let's speed things up. Who's next, please? Okay. So people usually use the door, but whatever. I take it your ability is strength.
Hulk smash.
Okay, great. Who's next?
Oh, hey, dudes.
Hi there. And what's your ability?
Well, I can kind of do this. A flame on.
Well, I think the audience will really warm to you. Right, time for one more.
Hello there. Sorry, I'm rather nervous.
Not to worry. Try and relax. So, what are your abilities?
Well, I can write major novels which interpret, critique, and comment upon the British landed gentry at the end of the 18th century rather quickly.
Interesting.
Yeah, that was good.
What was that called?
That was called Jane Austen Powers.
Jesus Christ.
That does sound good, doesn't it?
Oh, no.
Did you say it was a movie?
Yeah,
it sounded like a TV show, but more like a TV talent show, but it was a movie.
Yeah, it was a movie. I mean, I did actually think, on reflection, I thought, you know what? It would have worked better as a TV show.
Yeah.
To be fair. Big tune.
Old legend with something to say. He's got a story to tell from back in the day. These are old legend, his stories for you, and hopefully it's at least partially true.
Hello, I'm once again here with Ray Goodman. Ray, thanks for meeting up with me. I understand you worked up north for a while. Well, yeah, you could say that. I was an Arctic surveyor for a while. Amazing. And can you tell us how you got into that? Well, you know, I were a lad looking for a job, and I answered this advert in paper. It says, do you like your own company and don't mind losing a few fingers? And, well, I've been working in cotton mill before, so barely any to lose anyway. So I rang up number on the Wednesday, said I were interested in applying, and this fella says to me, can you read a map? And I says, aye, I were in Cub Scouts. And then he says to me, have you got your own coat? And I said, no. He says, well, when there's got your own coat, come down to Grimsby Harbour, we're setting sail next week. Well, we had a hutch full of rabbits in gardens, so got me mum to get cracking skinning them. 2 days it took her. Where I tell you, I was on that bus to Grimsby first thing Saturday morning, trail of blood behind me because it was so fresh. So anyway, I get to Grimsby and we were off straight up into North Sea. Followed that north. Didn't have any satellite navigation back then, of course. It was all done by pigeon. We had a chap navigating who used the pigeon. He had this pigeon. I think he had this pigeon trained to want to go north, and every time we weren't going north, the pigeon would look furious. So he spent his day. Staring straight into the pigeon's face, looking to check its mood. I says to him, how do you know when a pigeon's angry? He says, you look into its eyes for a flicker of pure hatred. I did ask the skipper why we didn't use a compass, and he told me that they did use one. The pigeon man was just his brother who'd been a bit soft in head since he were hit by an Asda truck. I says, that's funny, isn't it? We're heading to the Arctic and your brother's been hit by an articulated lorry. He didn't see the funny side. Any road, we were on that ship for a long time, and let me tell you, even with me rabbit skin coat on, it were cold. Cold like there's never felt it. Now, I were once on watch one night with another crewman. He were a bit older than me, a bit more seasoned, plenty of time spent at sea, you know, face like a knuckle. We're out there, and we were out there for so long that night that my eyes froze open. Couldn't move them. So this bloke I was with, he notices and he passes me his pipe and he says, stand into wind and puff up, lad, puff up. So I'm puffing and it's getting hotter and hotter and the hot smoke's blowing into my eyes and there's burning bits of tobacco flying in them and it's helping to unfreeze me eyeballs. I got a bit carried away, you know, folly of youth and that. I got what they call eye scorch, where the actual eyeballs themselves were for a few days. A bit like the skin of a jacket potato, you know. Or so they told me. I were blind for the time, of course. Anyway, after they'd chipped the scabs off, we got to the Arctic Circle, and it was about that time I thought, I best ask what an Arctic surveyor actually does. Well, the head of the expedition, he says to me, he says, what you do is you get off the boat and you have to look around to see the local flora and fauna. That's plants and animals and that. And he says, we'll be looking at elevation, weather patterns. Hopefully we're gathering enough information to draw a comprehensive view of the entire Arctic Circle. Interesting stuff, really. I'm proud to have been a part of it. I mean, I've been looking through the notebook I used for all my journal entries, all the measurements I took, the detailed descriptions of the landscape I made while I was there. Yeah. Oh, wow, that's... Could you give us an example of one of your journal entries? Here we go. Here it is. April 14th. Fucking loads of snow. Is that all you... Is that it? You ever been to Arctic? Snow everywhere. Oh, here we go. Here's a better one for you. April 15th. I had a bit of a surprise today. Jenkins and I were out documenting some more snow when Jenkins fancies he spotted a man all dressed in white. He thought it must be one of the indigenous people that we've heard about. Jenkins hailed the man and walked over to him. Suddenly, the man revealed his huge claws and fangs and roared, not unlike a bear. The creature we formerly thought was a man tore into Jenkins, devouring his liver. And as it took place, Jenkins turned to me and he says, I think it's a bear, not a man. Quite an unfortunate turn. I spared myself the same fate as Jenkins by managing to humanely subdue the creature with a grenade. So, you know, it was an interesting life, you know, full of ups and downs. It was an hard life, but there were hard men, you know, changes you being in that environment for as long as we were. Right, and how long were you posted up there? 2 weeks. Oh, I got out of there on the next ship heading for anywhere else. It's a shithole. Well, thanks once again for a fascinating story, Ray. Guys, it's back to you in the studio.
Sir, are you sure she can disarm this bomb?
Have a little faith. She may be a rookie and a chicken, but she's got damn safe hands.
Okay, sir. Right, Mavis. I need you to listen very carefully. Unseal the core. Great. And now, very carefully, pick up the ignition circuit. You're right, sir. She's just so delicate. Okay, Mavis. Now, with a feather-like touch, press the blue button.
You've done it. I'll see you're promoted for this, you glorious chicken.
Great work, Mavis. Bit of a wartime bomb disposal.
Yeah. What was that called, John?
That was an officer and a gentle hen.
Wow,
that does sound good.
Are you sure?
Oh, I think.
Hello.
He's on. Zippy's on. Hello.
Hold on. George, get rid of it. Go. Bones away. I'm sorry about that. We were just getting rid of some potatoes, yes.
Oh, hello, Zippy. Thanks so much.
I had a technical problem too, yes.
So sorry for the late notice.
It's not funny. I couldn't get on. We're all laughing at me.
Zippy, listen, thank you so much for coming on to the show.
Yes, well, of course, yes. Well, George, be quiet.
We've got, is George there with you, Zippy?
Oh, he is. I'll let him talk for a few seconds. George, you may speak. Hello, whom am I talking to?
Well, you're talking to the lads at Terrible Features, but also we've got a very special guest. Phil Ellis is onto this show.
Hello, lovely. Hello.
Hello, George.
My turn. Hello, Phil.
Hello, Zippy. How are you?
Oh, yes, I'm lovely.
Good. Hey, where's Bungle? Is he in the...
Bungle's out tonight, yes. We got rid of him. Yes.
Is he back on the sauce?
No, we sent him to McDonald's to get some frozen steam, yes.
Are you and George getting legless tonight, if you see what I mean?
Oh, yes. I see what you did there, yes.
Thanks.
Now, Phil, we've got Zippy on the show just because we know how much you like children's television.
Genuinely, I learned to dry myself off after a bath or a shower thanks to Rainbow.
Oh, wow.
I remember that episode well, yes. I've still got the towel. I can send it you if you like.
I just wait for a breeze now. That's when I feel something.
No.
Saucy.
This is the weirdest thing.
That's very nice, yes.
I'm having the best time ever.
Now, Zippy, thanks so much for your time. I know you're a busy...
I'm very, very expensive, yes.
Yes, no, I understand that. Now, I believe you have a few questions for Phil.
Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do, Matthew, yes. Because I'm Zippy, the great quiz master.
Yeah, absolutely. So, we're going to ask you a few questions. Well, Zippy's going to ask you a few questions, Phil, and we'll see how well you are, because you were, you're often boasting about how much you know about children's television. So we thought
it's all over my dating profiles.
Oh no, I've seen.
Why don't you ever swipe right, Zippy?
I don't know my left or right. Come on, I'm only 8.
I suppose your furry finger doesn't quite get the traction on the string.
Oh, yes.
His furry fingers.
Yeah, that was one of my records, John. Yeah.
Oh, it's gone to madness. This is wonderful. Okay, Zippy, fire away some questions.
Okay, all right. Here we go. Zippy Quizmaster. Right, 1, 2, 3. Okay, right, here we go. Right, Phil. I can call you Phil, can't I?
Yeah, I would love that, Zippy. Thank you.
Oh, lovely. Yes.
Call me anytime.
So, question 1. What year did the TV show Rainbow first air?
Right. Good question. I'm going to say, I bet it was a lot earlier than I thought. 79.
No. Does he get a second chance?
Well, Zippy, does he deserve a second chance, do you think?
I think he does, yes, because he's seen my furry fingers, yes.
Yeah, right. Phil, you get a second chance, mate.
Can I get a clue? Is it higher or lower?
Oh, I forgot what you said. No, actually, it's lower. Yeah, lower.
Is it lower? 77.
Yeah. Oh, no. Would you like the answer?
Yes, please.
1972. Oh, when I used to speak like this for some reason. Yes, 1972. Yes.
How long did it run for?
I think it went.
I think it stopped. I think I stopped doing it in about 1992, 1993, maybe.
That's right.
I don't know.
92.
The last years were a bit of a blur. Yeah. We'd all lost it by then. It was all off the cuff and a bit pants. No, it was lovely actually. It was lovely.
But it was the 90s, wasn't it? What a time.
Oh,
It was the 90s.
Yeah. We all. Yeah.
72. It's like last of the summer wine went on longer than.
Me and Jules never did get in a bath and go down the hill, so yeah, it was a bit like summer wine.
I'd pay to see
that. Imagine if they got Zippy in to replace Comper, because they kept replacing the old characters, didn't they?
Yeah.
Imagine if Zippy came and was one of the three men in Last of the Summer Wine in one of the later series. That would have been fantastic.
That would be so good, wouldn't it? Or just turning up in Hollyoaks. Running the shop.
I'd have to have a wall to sit behind, mind you, though. There's enough in Last of the Summer Wine, so yes, that'd be better for me, yeah.
That's true, actually. There's plenty of walls.
Plenty of walls.
Stone. Lovely stone
Dry
walls.
stone. Dry stone.
Dry stone walls. Yes. Okay.
Any more questions, Zippy?
Oh, yes, plenty, yeah. What was the name of Inspector Gadget's niece in the cartoon series Inspector Gadget?
Yeah.
Almost
read the answer then.
Keep going. Oh, God. What? Do you know, I used to love that show as well. I used to always want the Gadget watch, which everyone has now. So it just tells you
not
that
I
watch.
Not that hat that could helicopter.
Just the helicopter hat, yeah.
The heli hat.
I used to have this like bubble watch that had like a little plastic card in it. I used to pretend that was the Gadget watch. I didn't have many friends. Things haven't changed.
Zippy's your friend.
Oh,
Zippy's your friend now, right, Zippy?
Oh, yes. We're great friends, we are, aren't we? Yes.
Yes, yeah. I'll see you down the Lamb flag.
Yes. Yeah, I'm always getting them in, aren't I?
Yeah, only one at a time.
Yes.
What was your? Did you give an answer, Phil?
No, I was going to say like Claire or something. I don't know.
To be honest, it's very close. It was Penny. Yes, I'll give you that.
Thank you.
He's giving you the point.
Yeah, very, very close. Yes.
Yeah. It was
Right now we go into the realm of Count Dracula. Right. So, what was Count Dracula's butler called?
Oh man, that is hard.
Well, he was a vulture. I remember that.
Yes.
I used to have to go swimming at Sol Street at Preston Baths every time, halfway through Count Dracula.
Oh no!
So maybe that's when they said his name. I'm not going to give you too many details, but once I had a terrible bout of diarrhea, and I had to go home in my swimming trunks. And then my mum lost the house key, and I had to go and sit in my neighbour's house because she was in the same class at school as me, in my wet swimming trunks. Smelling of feces. I had to go into school the next day. Like everyone talked about Count Dracula. I was like. I shat myself.
Well, it was quite frightening, let's be honest.
It was. Sorry, Zippy, that was an awful story, which I'll never tell again.
We've all done it, yes.
And to answer your question, Zippy, Igor.
Oh, yes.
Igor?
Yes.
I was going to say that.
Is that
Did
right?
you say Igor? Yes, you're correct. Yes, you're correct. Yes, you got it.
Don't get too excited, Zippy. You know what happens.
Like the swimming pool, yeah.
What was the woman? Was it like nanny? I'll get it when the doorbell rang.
Yeah, there was, but I was thinking it reminded me a bit of Trapdoor as well. Do you remember Trapdoor?
Oh yeah,
I do. Yeah.
Brilliant.
How ironic, yes.
Yeah. Oh, is that next?
Yes. So the next question, Phil, is what colour was the main character in the animated series Trapdoor?
Blue.
That's absolutely correct. Yeah, well done.
He's doing all right now.
You've got it. You've got it. Yes. Oh, yes.
He's picking up pace.
Oh, and here's the last one.
Here we go.
Oh, right. Okay. Right. Well. Who were the first 3 presenters of Live and Kicking? Question mark.
Live and Kicking. Right. So, Phil Schofield. That's Going Live, wasn't it?
Going Live.
Was that still? Was it? Did they move into Live and Kicking?
I think I know one. If you want to nominate,
it's not Sarah Green. That's Going Live as well, isn't it?
Do you want to ask a pal?
Is it Andy Crane? Sorry. Yes, I'll ask. John, can I ask a friend, Zippy?
I think one of them.
Yes, you can ask a friend. There's no problem there. Yes.
All right.
I think there's 3 of them.
I think one of them is Andy Peters.
Oh, yes, John.
I think you're right. Yes, Andy Peters. So does that mean Ed the Duck was one?
Wow. Did he present the show?
Well, I mean, let's be honest. If we're going to talk about level of Ed the Duck is right down there. Like, he's below the aardvark, if you ask me.
I suppose he was a background extra. Let's be honest. Yes.
Yeah, he wasn't.
Am I going mad if I? Oh, sorry, I don't want to jump in. Have you got any? Go ahead.
Sorry, no, I think you're right, Andy Peters, but I can't. I was just thinking of Going Live, and it was Sarah Green, Trevor, and Simon. And
I think it's Anthea Turner.
Could be. But she may
I thought she was Blue Peter, but maybe she did do Live and Kicking.
That's what I feel.
Do you know what, Zippy? You've stumped me.
I'm very good at stumping people. Yes. Well, would you like the answers?
Yes, please. I don't think I'm going to get it.
Okay, here we go. Right. Andy Peters.
Yes.
Oh, what?
Emma Forbes.
Emma Forbes.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
And Captain Jack Harkness, John Barrowman.
Yeah.
Did he do it? I don't remember. Is that right?
Young
Yes,
John
very young, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Well, I think you're right, Phil. Andy and Forbes came over from Going Live.
Right.
They take over the end of that.
Yeah.
Because I remember going, Live and Kicking is not as good as Going Live was.
Interesting what you said then, just while we're talking about puppets, while Zippy's here.
I've had a lot of hands up me, yes.
Because you were saying that you put Ed the Duck below Otis the Aardvark. And I was thinking, is Otis the Aardvark like the Jar Jar Binks of the CBBC puppet world?
Oh, good.
Is that what we're looking at?
Question.
Because I always quite liked Otis the Aardvark, but I think it's because he was... But I'm also the kind of guy who kind of like Jar Jar Binks. That's the problem with me.
Who did you not get on with the most, Zippy, out of interest?
It would have to be Jane. Oh, yes.
Oh, really, Jane?
Jane, yes.
Was she hard work?
Oh, she never did operate me, but I always dreamt of it, yeah. I mostly got Rod.
Oh, God, I bet you did.
Oh, dear.
Well, listen, Zippy, we could talk to you all day, but we're going to have to finish this show.
I know, I'm very expensive, Matthew. You could talk all day long, but that would rocket up your bank bill.
How much is this cameo costing you, Matt?
I don't know. Maybe a sandwich, a jam sandwich. That'll do, yes.
That's not bad.
Oh, bless you.
Oh, I'm very kind, yeah.
Before you do go, Zippy, sorry, can I just ask one question, which I've been curious about?
Of course you can.
And, what species are you?
Oh, well, many have asked that. I would have to say I'm a eunuch.
Okay.
Yes. It's like a horse with a horn, because I'm one of them, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Well, that's what someone called me once, anyway.
It's a magical, mystical creature. Well,
that's it, yes.
Lovely. Okay.
And Zippy, can we just say a quick goodbye to... I mean, George didn't really get a word in edge, bless him, but...
Well, that's because I put him in the cupboard. But be quiet, George. There we are.
Send our love to George as well.
Oh, will do, yes.
A pleasure, Zippy, and George.
Oh, yes, an absolute pleasure, Phil. Yes, fantastic.
Excellent.
Thanks for coming on, Zippy.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye,
Thank you so
everyone.
much.
Bye-bye,
Zippy. Bye.
I can see her now, Captain. Such a beautiful planet.
Wonderful. Come in, Mission Control.
This is Mission Control receiving.
We are close to the drop zone, maybe a couple of thousand miles going to just... What was that, Commander?
Looks like we were hit by a samosa. And what's this? A meteor storm?
No, Commander, that's peppercorn. So dense I don't have a clue where the drop zone is anymore. Interesting.
What was that called?
That was called Lost in Space.
That does sound good.
Hey, and welcome back to our show and our podcast. I'm Maddie.
I'm Johnny.
And hey, I'm Rainy.
And hey, Rainy, I heard that Ryan over at Seldom Different Terrible Features has sent you an item for us to try. Is this right?
He sure has. And this week it's a little tub, a little cute little tub. I gotta say, a little pot, you might say, a little cute little pot.
Like a jar almost.
You may even say a jar.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little jar, a little pot, a little tub. And it's something called mermaid.
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 It says it's rich in B vitamins. And it is actually a vegan spread.
Oh, sure. If you're from vegan. It's from vegan. Wherever that is in the world, I don't know. But
they have a beautiful culture there.
I hear that actually, John. I have heard that often.
Johnny.
Well, it's great to try something from the UK, but it's actually nice to try something from even further afield. And in this case, vegan.
I guess maybe in the UK, they import from vegan.
They sure do. They sure do.
Maybe it's like their tea. It's something like that.
The tea is from China, right?
Absolutely.
English tea in China.
Except I hear about this Yorkshire tea.
One more time?
Yorkshire tea. Yorkshire tea, where they actually grow that in Yorkshire, which apparently is in the United Kingdom.
And that's the home of the Hobbit, right?
Exactly, yeah. That's where,
right, yeah.
That's where all the hobbits live, in Yorkshire.
And they work on the tea farms, I imagine.
They work on the tea farm. They work hard every night and every day.
Sure.
Anyway, we're not reviewing tea. We're reviewing mermaid.
Mermaid.
Ryan, you want to pop the lid on this thing?
Sure, we'll do.
So it's a cute little glass jar.
It's very cute.
And,
yellow lid.
And
you don't get much, huh?
There's nothing in there. It's an empty jar. I'm looking into a hole.
It looks like a black hole.
Yeah, like staring deep into the dark abyss of space.
Look, nothing's coming out when I turn it upside down, Rainy.
I think it might be like a kind of, although it appears to be a black hole avoiding space, something would suck in all the light. I think it's perhaps some kind of very dark chocolate.
Oh, that's, oh my God, it's dark chocolate. I might prod it here. Hold on.
Okay.
What?
Oh, it's sticky.
Oh my God, it's like a tar. Like a tar.
Or maybe it's like a kind of toffee.
Like taffy. Is it taffy?
But it is like...
Is it saltwater taffy? Is that what it is? That's coming up. That looks like... That's kind of like there's been a crash on one of the highways.
Sure.
With one of the petroleum vans, and there's been a spillage.
Sure. Or like an oil spill in the ocean.
An oil spill in the ocean.
That's the kind of texture
Which, let me tell you, they're so hard to clear up after them things. Because oil and water do not mix, literally.
But maybe that's where this comes from. They go to the oil spills and they scoop it up, and somehow it becomes a food.
That doesn't sound appealing to me.
But, maybe it's that, maybe it's oil, but maybe it's chocolate.
How do I eat this mermaid here? Do I just
take a spoonful, I think. It's like chocolate spread. It's like Nutella.
Oh, it's just like Nutella.
So you think it's going to be sweet like Nutella?
Oh, I eat Nutella by the tablespoon.
Oh, I could eat Nutella by the what do you call them?
Ladle.
That's the thing. Yeah, ladle. If you get a jar that's big enough to fit a ladle in.
Yeah,
which we do over here in the States.
That's true.
Okay, so I've got a healthy teaspoonfuls worth of this mermaid.
It's heaped.
It's heaped.
I would say
the word I was looking for.
What I'm smelling from it is it doesn't smell like chocolate.
It smells like if the color brown was to have a smell.
That's true.
Yeah, that's right. It's pure brown.
It's sticky. It's brown.
Yeah, it's like you take a sniff, and it's almost like the odor. You know, like in a cartoon when the odor is like lines and it goes into the nose.
Yeah.
It's almost like I can feel the smell hitting the nose.
It burns.
Like
it burns a little.
Like a beefy, meaty kind of. But it's meant to be chocolate, so it's like, what is it, like meaty chocolate?
I guess it's like chocolate meat, yeah.
What are you saying?
Maybe
chocolate
maybe
meat?
chocolate meat. I don't know. Perhaps
like a
it's
chocolate
using
meat spread.
Could be using, instead of a regular fat in the chocolate, they could be using a beef fat. I don't know.
A beef fat. Oh,
maybe
it's a beef
tallow.
fat. Okay, I'm just gonna put the whole teaspoon in my mouth. I'm just gonna swallow this down. Here we go.
Let's do this.
Is it good? Does it taste good?
No.
Maddie, you're crying. What's the matter? Did you just remember a terrible memory from a terrible time?
Why?
Did you just remember the death of your grandma or something?
It's worse.
The death of your dog?
Worse than all the deaths.
Oh
my god!
Was this when your baseball team lost the cup?
10 times worse than that, Riley.
Oh, what could it be?
It's why would anyone put that in a jar? You heard the phrase that's a had to swallow?
Sure.
Well, that is even harder than that.
I don't know. I'm going to give it a try.
Oh, go ahead, Riley. And Godspeed.
Oh, God.
You like it? You like it? Oh, Riley's crying.
Oh, no.
It's
crying. Oh, Rainy, it's okay.
Oh, my God.
Johnny, what do you think of this, terrible tar?
Oh, my God.
Terrible tar.
Terrible meat tar. They should change the label to terrible meat tar.
Yeah.
I need to throw up.
Brackets had to swallow.
It's got that.
Right?
Well,
it looks like Johnny loves it.
Oh.
No, it's
he likes it. How can you I need some milk.
I don't think milk's gonna help this. I think this is a minimum mouthwash job, maximum maybe a small operation to replace my tongue.
I think I need to wash my mouth with soap and water.
Salt
and not
water.
Because of the terrible language that I've said.
It's a terrible sticky beef sauce.
It feels like it's formed a layer around my entire mouth. I can't get it down. I can't get it to go away.
Hold on here. It says on the back, it says, wake up your taste buds. Wake them up.
Oh, it's like a smelling salt type thing. It's for dead people. It's for people who are unconscious.
It's to bring people back to life.
That sounds right. Put a little drop on their tongue.
Oh, my.
Okay, that explains a lot. That would bring me out of a coma.
Sure.
To be fair,
Now,
this would bring me out of a coma.
I've actually found that. Do you know that when you go into a perfume shop and you just can't smell? You can't smell it. You're in there for a while. You can't smell anything. That's happened to my entire mouth and face. I can't taste anything now. I don't know if I'm ever going to taste again. But I got a hint of tangy.
You going back for more? I see, Johnny.
Yeah, I think.
Well, if you can't taste anymore, I mean,
a strange addiction to it. You keep wanting to go. I see. Well, I'm kind of.
Because Johnny says he can't taste anymore. I can taste nothing but this for the rest of my life, I believe.
The olden days. Johnny's not responding to it. Well, listen, I'm going to get my... I'm going to review this right now because this is what we do for these absolute jerk-offs.
I don't think this is food, once again. I don't think this is food.
But why the hell... What is it, a prank?
No, I think it's for waking up...
poison! Are they joking?
It's a poison!
Are they sending us pranks now, Ryan?
I think this was sent in error, I think. It's supposed to be sent in error. Well, like you say, I think it's to wake up people up from a coma or something like that.
I can't review this. I'm actually quite insulted that the jerks from the United Kingdom have sent us an inedible piece of shit.
Yeah.
For that reason, I have to give this a 0.
Sure.
Oh my gosh.
And I think it's my first 0 I've ever put in the show.
Well, I'd like to be a little more generous because I'm a nice guy.
That's true. That's true. I understand that.
So I'm just going to give it a simple 0.5 and a half.
0.5 and a half. That's very generous.
And I think
Ryan.
that's being very generous.
Very generous, Ryan.
For
and
this.
Johnny.
I think that if I wanted to see into the black abyss of space, I have today. You know, I just stared into that pot and I'm looking into...
And is that a positive?
But then I didn't necessarily want to taste that.
You don't want to taste the black abyss of space.
You want to see it.
You want to
And
see
I
it.
don't want to taste it.
You know.
I would have rather had like a piece of cheese.
Sure.
Or some potato chips. But instead I'm tasting the space between the stars.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And I don't need that.
No.
So I'm going to give it a 2.
Oh.
A 2.
That's generous. That's
Okay.
really generous.
That's
Out of
kind of
500.
generous.
Oh.
Out of 500.
Wow. Actually, that's lower than my score then.
Actually, yeah, that's...
But higher than yours, Maddie. Still,
Yeah, well,
still higher than yours.
Statistically speaking, I think you might be right there, Rainy. Well, listen, to the guys over the pond, I just want to say you're naughty little buggers for sending us something that is quite uniquely bad.
Sure.
And
Yeah, I'm
stop,
going to have a little
stop
more,
with
though.
the pranks, guys. You know, send us some potato chips from over there, something quite novel.
Some kind of candy. Candy would be good.
Candy would be good. We like candy. We like potato chips. We like soda.
Yeah. We don't like the black abyss of space in a pot.
No, but I do kind of want to have some more, though. You know?
I feel like I could maybe have one more teaspoon and then
let's just have
done.
one little more full teaspoon.
Okay, before I do that, I want to say absolutely toodle pip to you guys across the pond.
Absolutely.
See ya.
Toodle pip.
Tara.
Bye-bye.
Tara, bye-bye. Okay, guys, just a bit of warm-up. Remember, the more energy you bring as an audience, the better the performance from our stars. So let's hear your applause, shall we? Brilliant. Okay, now let's hear your laughter. That's great stuff. Great stuff. Okay, Peter, over to you.
Yeah, cheers, Rob. Okay. Light, camera, action. Well, where the hell is everyone?
Yeah.
What was that called?
That was called Castaway.
That does sound good.
That was...
Old Legend is stories for you, and hopefully it's at least partially true.
Hello, I'm here with Ernest Wakefield. I've managed to track him down, the man, the legend. Ernest, tell us a bit about yourself. Oh, my name's Ernest Wakefield, and I am the world's greatest footballer. People ask me, how come you didn't play for England in the World Cup? And let me tell you, when I got the call, I turned it down because I was already booked to represent England at the Olympics in hoofing. Right, what's hoofing? It's hoofing. It's when you have a ball and you have to kick it as far as you can or hoof it. Right? If you've never heard of it, it's you can have as much run up as you want, and then you just, you get the idea. You boot it as far as you can. Of course, there's different levels of difficulty. There's a normal leather ball. Next one up is the medicine ball, and then the final one was, let me guess, was it a bowling ball? No, it were a golf ball, actually. Yeah, very hard to hit, such a small target. But if you got under it enough, it'd go a bloody mile. And in fact, the most memorable golf ball hoof was called the Bloody Mile. It were Jackson St Leonard who did it. A great strike. A ball went straight off at pitch into the crowd, lodged into a man's eye socket, who then stumbled out of the arena, walked to the first aid point at the other end of the site. I mean, umpires scratched their heads on that one because the ball hadn't hit ground, you know what I mean? Jackson was offered the gold, but he gave it to the lad who'd won silver and said, call it a pint. So anyway, I didn't play at World Cup, but I suppose you want to talk to me about the Euros, right? Indeed, yeah. Well, I did play in Euros. Back then, of course, it was called the European Nations Cup, or as we called it over here, it was the EASF. Oh, what does that stand for? It's England against the Shifty Foreigners. And I was picked for the team originally for England after a brilliant match I played with Chelmsford against Wiston Wanderers, who, as you'll know, I previously played for. Score was 7-1. Good on that. And the way we won it is the same way we won all our matches. It was discipline, passing, communication. And at half-time, I went into Wiston's dressing room and I let a rabid dog loose. So anyway, with that European thing that we did, we flew over to the host nation. Not sure which one. It was a foreign one anyway. And I tell you, to get there, we flew over Germany. And I said to other lads, I said, last time I flew over here, I was dropping bombs. Oh, right. And you served in World War II? No? Anyway. Once we touched down, we planted the flag in the ground, shouted at the ground crew for tea. They didn't understand, so we took out a picture at Queen, pointed at it while singing the national anthem, and they still didn't understand what a cup of tea was. Well, as you know, we didn't win the competition as we were disqualified on a technicality. We had too many men on the pitch. So instead of 11, you had 38. Standard English rules at the time. Oh, and we fell foul of the new rules they'd brought in Europe, meaning no firearms allowed during play. Just soppy sods, honestly. But speaking of soppy sods, you remember my grandson Liam? Remember him? Terrific player, talent coming out of his arse. In that documentary together. Oh my God, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, how's he doing? Is he still playing? He had a trial. Right, get this. He had a trial with Scarborough Athletic. But unfortunately, he did pick up an injury during a training session I was putting him through. You know, I had him digging a big hole in the football pitch as fast as he could, and then he was to climb out once I told him to stop digging. Well, I fell asleep while he was digging. Next thing I hear him shouting, and to be fair, he was very deep, and he says he can't get out. So I thought back to me training and what I would have done when I was a pale, and I thought I'll use one of my old tricks. So I chucked down a rabid dog, and I thought that would get him climbing. I hold my hands up and I say, I should have considered the slippery wet walls, and instead of using the time to find a rabid dog, I should have just got a ladder. He's all right, though, and I just can't stand the sight of dogs or soil. Anyway, it were a different game, you know. When we were playing it, sponsor influence, huge back then, of course. Hard to distance yourself from that, you know. You've seen this Cristiano Ronaldo lad hiding them Coca-Cola bottles of the day. Well, our team, Chelmsford, was sponsored by Toblerone. And their mascot was a bear. It's hard to distance yourself from an angry bear in the middle of a match. The amount of times we had a match abandoned because the bear snapped its leash and gobbled up our keeper. Honestly. Luckily, he didn't leave behind a wife or kids because, as I've said before, there weren't any of these wags. There weren't any, these wives or whatever. If you wanted a relationship, you had one in the team. Your teammates are there to provide. And that's what I like about the squad now, that Harry Kane is going to make a very, very beautiful wife for one of them lads. Well, that was it. Right. Okay. Thanks, Ernest. That was wonderful.
Bobby, you need to take Benny out. Go on now, get his lead.
I ain't going, Pa.
Well, what in the hell, why not?
I hired him. He ain't no payer to mine. He ain't no payer to anybody.
Benny's been in this family for years. What's wrong with him?
He is so small and green. He just sits there smelling kinda like a lemon. I just want him to stay home and play my guitar.
Well, so help me God. You're gonna take Benny out for exercise right now.
Wow. And what's interesting is I had the Japanese dub turned on for that one.
What was it called, John?
That was called Walk the Lime.
Oh my! Oh, that does
sound good.
England, we are football mad. We have been since football began. When our great-great-granddads were lads. And the balls that they played with were the only toys that they had. And 2 lumps of coal for the goalposts and wooden shin pads. 'Cause England is where football began. There are fossils of Neanderthals doing headers and volleys found underground in Rotherham. And in caves near Hull they found paintings of early fans eating dinosaur pies and chanting that VAR's bad. But 1066 was the last time they were champions. On that hot night in Hastings when they made the nation feel glad. Now England want their trophy back. And these days we all scream. We've got Rooney and Beckham and Owen and Gerrard and Keane. We've got Heskey and Crouchy and Keegan and Giant Terry. We've got Shearer and Gazza and Bergkamp, and we've got Greaves. So England are the greatest football team.
You have been listening to Seldom Differ's Terrible Features with Matt Skillington, John Patrick and Ryan Howes. Intro and outro theme by Old. You can follow them at Old Music on Instagram. If you want to follow the boys at Seldom Differ, you can get them at Twitter at Seldom Differ, Instagram Seldom_Differ, and Facebook at Seldom Differ Comedy. You should also subscribe at Seldom Differ on YouTube. Thank you to Luke Collins at Appley Bridge Studio for his additional audio work. And thank you to all you Patreon subscribers. If you're interested in supporting us, then go to patreon.com/Seldom Differ. And there you can donate as little as £1 a month, that's 25p an episode, that's not too bad, to £3 plus a month, which will allow you access to all of our bonus material. Please do give us a 5-star rating and a review. We'd be unbelievably grateful. Thanks for listening.